Hi guys, so today I'm going to go ahead and show you how to complete a lash set from start to finish. And will be a quick version. You know, we're not going to lash every single lash on the mannequin. And I will be showing you on one eye. But this is how I begin all my sets. So I go ahead and I start off with the wash. Remember, we're pumping on the microfiber swab and not on the eyelash. So then I'll place it down. And we're cleaning the lashes. Remember, we start at the base and then down. Under the lash, at the base, then up. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. At the base, up. Under the lash, at the base, up. All right. Then I will toss that and we're gonna go ahead and rinse the eye off. Alright, so of course I'll have my client turn this way. And remember, I'll let them know before I add the water. So you go at the bridge. And it's okay if you spill a little water. Again, we're gonna go ahead and add water to the other side. I'll pat. And because this is the mannequin, I'm just gonna wipe the hole. All right, then I'll go ahead and get my fan, make sure she's fully dry. And then you'll need your spoolie. Okay, that is dry. So she is washed. So this is optional. I can go ahead and prime. Since the lashes are freshly washed, I usually don't. But usually my clients like to come in with clean lashes. I know it's been like maybe about an hour since they washed, because you could really tell if lashes are clean or dirty or not. So these are the 2 microfiber swabs, and then I have my primer right here, and I will drop 2 on. I'll go ahead and I will prime the lashes. So remember, you're at the base, pull up at the base, and then pull up. And I always wash the lashes before I tape. And if your client does have makeup on, make sure you're double cleansing. After I prime, I will then toss these. And then I will go ahead and dry those again. Now I'm going to tape the lashes. So remember, this client is a mannequin, and we're just gonna tape her invisible bottom lashes. So I have 2 gel pads. When they're a little hard to get, I just rub against each other and it will slide right off. And I'm putting these under. And here's the next one. Again, these are a little hard to get off, so I just do that. And I go ahead and pull. And make sure those are both on the skin correctly. And then I'm getting my tape ready. We start taping the end. And if you still have hair sticking out in the middle, you'll go ahead and tape those down as well. And just remember, this is on a mannequin, so when you do have your actual client, they'll be looking up at you to separate their top lashes from their bottom lashes. Okay, there we go. We have the mannequin set up. Okay, so now your client is washed, primed, and prepped. We're gonna go ahead and get our glue dot ready. I always keep mine on my middle finger. And I always keep my lash tile in a covered container. I do not want any dirt, dust, or debris touching it. Before I use my glue, I always shake it. I do have a glue shaker, but I am showing manually. Never shake your glue up and down. It's always going to be side to side, or you can roll it. Okay, I dropped my 2 drops. Always remember when you're done, you burp your glue. And all I am doing is I'm squeezing the bottle after I did my drops, and I'm wiping it on the lint-free wipe. Before I throw my lint-free wipe away, I always spray it with alcohol, so there you go. So it doesn't cause any reaction. All right. When I begin to lash the eye, I go ahead and I separate the eye in quadrants. So this is where I'm going to start, and this is where I'm going to finish. This is going to be the first lash and the last one. You'll see right there. Once you have these two, then you have the middle. So you have that quadrant. And these are the base quadrants. Your start, your finish, and you have the halfway mark. After I get that mark, I'll go ahead and get that one that's in between. That one, and now I'll mark in between each. And the reason I do this is because this helps me keep track of the eye. So this is where I'll be placing my first and last lash. Okay, again in the middle. All right, so I'm going to begin with the one right here. I'll redip. I'll go ahead and place. Open my tweezer, clamp down to make sure this has grip. And I'm going to be using all 12s. So we'll do and whenever you are spacing, you can even go, this could be your quadrant, So 13. And then we'll do 14. So I placed my first 12 at this dot. And just for a quick heads up, I do use the pinching method. All right. We're at that one. And I'm pulling towards me. Dipping my base. Isolating. Redipping and placing. Clamping down to make sure I have good grip at the base. So now that I have added everything in quadrants, as you could see, everything is equally spaced out. So everything that I spaced out has one hair left in between. And this is just the top layer. So now I'm gonna go back and I'm going to add everything in between. And then this is also how you're able to keep track of your time. So if you feel that your time, you're wasting too much time right here, if you space everything out as you go, the lash line starts filling up pretty quick. So I always start off by spacing everything out, and it's already pretty full. And it looks pretty even. So now I'm gonna go in and add everything in between. So since I started on the inner eye, you could either go back to the inner eye, but I finished at the end and I'm just gonna go back at the end. So I place these. Go ahead and dip. And then I'll place, and remember we're touching the base of the extension to the base of the lash line. I make sure that's secure by clamping down, making sure it has a good wrapping method around it. Okay, now that my lash line is filled up and I filled in all of the quadrants, it is done. This, I know I fast forwarded the video, but this took me less than 30 minutes, and this was only the top layer of the lashes, and we already have a full set. So when you are done placing in every quadrant, you then want to brush to see if anything does come off. If something does come off as you're brushing, that just means that the lash wasn't on right, but that's fine. Then you'll know to go back and add one. And because you have them numbered, you'll know where to add it at, or which number to add. So now that I'm done, and then this is my glue ring. So you always need to deneutralize your glue ring, and I usually spray it with alcohol, or you can pop it in a water bottle. But I will spray with alcohol to dry out the glue, and then I'll toss it. But my favorite thing to do is pop it in a water bottle and shake it. That way there are no accidents. So I'm done with the lash. What I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and fan it. And you wanna fan to make sure that there's no leftover fumes. Everything is dry for your client, because when they open and all the fumes are not dry, it will burn them and their eyes will turn red. You don't want that. So we're gonna go ahead and dry the eye. And usually I ask them when they do open their eye, if their eye is irritated, burning, or if they feel anything, to let me know. I'll still give them the fan to let them hold it. That way they, you know, that they can collect their eyesight, collect everything. I dry top and bottom. Alright. Once that's dry, you can go ahead and either mist or use Super Bonder. Preferably, I like Super Bonder, but as a beginner lash tech, you would want to use a mister. When they do open, you always want to check for you know, if they have stickies before they open. So you'll just go ahead, get any tweezer. You could either lift up the eyelid or lift up the lashes and kind of just go like this. You'll be able to tell if something is stuck. And then also you'll be able to use the mirror and you'll see everything. So here's the mirror. And then once you start lifting up, you'll be able to see if anything is stuck. If it is, you'll just want to tape back the lashes, and you're going to want to separate before they open. So you're just looking. All right. So then after I check everything is okay, I want to set everything, I'll then get my mister. So I am going to go ahead and mist, and we're doing the top layer, and then we're gonna go ahead and mist the bottom. Okay, so after you mist, you just want to use any set of tweezers you have, and you want to start taking off your tape. So I always go ahead and I hold it. And since this was the last tape I added, and then just remember holding it. My last one. And then the gel iPad. And then I'll go ahead and I'll dry it a little bit more after we mist it. Of course, it's a mannequin. It's gonna take the mist in a little different. So if you see these spots, it's because, you know, the mannequin's not gonna absorb the mist like our skin would. Alright, and then we are all done. So that is how you complete a full set from start to finish. Thank you guys so much for watching.